NBA officials better watch out. Chicago Bulls guard Kevin Huerter might accidentally bounce a basketball near you, and that'll get you tossed from the game. The Bulls got demolished by Miami, 143-107 in NBA Cup play Friday night. But the blowout wasn't even the wildest part. One of the most bizarre ejections of the entire season happened in the third quarter, and people are still scratching their heads. Huerter got called for a blocking foul after making too much contact with Miami's Pelle Larson. Nothing crazy, just a standard foul call. But Huerter was frustrated, so he smacked the ball in the air toward Che Flores, the official who made the call. The ball bounced into Flores' right leg. And here's the thing. It hit him so lightly that Flores didn't even immediately react to the contact. He barely noticed it happened. But veteran official Tony Brothers saw it, and he immediately hit Huerter with a technical foul and an instant ejection. Flores turned around, probably confused about why Brothers was calling a tech. The decision went to review, and they upheld the ejection. Huerter was done for the night. Now let's talk about whether this was the right call. The NBA rulebook has specific language about technical fouls and ejections for abusing officials. Unsportsmanlike tactics include disrespectfully addressing an official, physically contacting an official, and overt actions indicating resentment to a call. The rulebook also says cursing an official alone isn't enough for a technical, but running tirades, continuous criticism, or griping can be sufficient cause. And here's the key phrase: excessive misconduct shall result in ejection from the game. So Brothers believed Huerter's actions qualified as excessive misconduct. That's the interpretation that got him kicked out. Was bouncing a ball that lightly hit an official's leg excessive? That's where the debate gets interesting. Some people think this was a joke of an ejection. The contact was minimal. Flores barely felt it. Huerter wasn't throwing the ball aggressively or trying to hurt anyone. He was just frustrated and swatted the ball away. Does that really warrant getting thrown out? Others argue officials have to draw a hard line on any contact whatsoever. You can't let players start hitting officials with basketballs, even accidentally or lightly. Where do you draw the line? If you allow this, what comes next? The reality is officials deal with constant abuse. Players yelling, gesturing, showing them up after calls. Most of that is tolerated to a degree, but physical contact? That's treated as a bright red line that cannot be crossed under any circumstances. Brothers has been in the league forever. He's seen everything. He's potentially even considering a run for mayor somewhere, which is a whole other story. But his experience means he knows exactly where the boundaries are, and he clearly felt Huerter crossed them. Here's the saving grace for Chicago. This ejection didn't cost them the game whatsoever. They were already getting destroyed, down 78-57 when the play happened. It was a rough night at the United Center all around. 8 different Heat players scored in double figures. Miami won the rebounding battle 53-39. They had 13 steals as a team. Chicago was getting dominated in every aspect of basketball. Huerter wasn't exactly lighting up the scoreboard either. He finished with 3 points on 1 of 4 shooting off the bench. He grabbed 2 rebounds, had 1 steal, 1 block, and learned a very expensive lesson about where to direct your frustration. The bigger picture here is about respect for officials. NBA refs have one of the hardest jobs in sports. They're making split-second decisions while players, coaches, and 50,000 fans are screaming at them. They get reviewed and criticized endlessly. Every call gets dissected on social media within seconds. So when a player makes any contact with an official, even unintentionally or lightly, refs are going to protect that boundary fiercely. It's about maintaining authority and ensuring player safety and official safety. Did Huerter deserve to get ejected for this specific play? Reasonable people can disagree, but he definitely learned that even half-heartedly batting a ball toward an official is going to get you thrown out, regardless of how light the contact actually is.